Hello, my name is Alice, and on this channel, I'm talking about Ukrainian and American school and kind of a little bit comparing them. So, today I wanted to tell you about our homework and classwork. So, what we're doing usually during classes and then for homework in Ukraine. And then I wanted to talk a bit about grading system because it is different from American system. So, let's start with classwork. Basically, we have our classes are shorter, so my normal period here is for one class is about like 55 to 60 minutes, and that would be too much for Ukrainian class because it is usually 45 minutes. Like it's just normal. But since we have 60 minutes of work here for one class, we don't really have much homework. So basically, we just maybe have to do stuff, I don't know, like we didn't finish during the hour. But in Ukraine, we only have 45 minutes, which means, yeah, 15 minutes is not much, like, of the difference. But still, we usually have a lot more homework. So basically, it would be more unusual for us not to have homework than to have homework, actually. So, usually we have like page or two of, I don't know, reading or writing, and it's not that hard most of the times in Ukraine, but like I don't know, you just have to spend extra like 30 to 40 minutes, maybe an hour of doing homework at home, which is not really fun, but I guess maybe it does help. I don't know. Didn't really notice difference. But yeah, for classwork, we do a lot of stuff kind of in Ukraine, but have we have less of independent stuff than whole class stuff. So mostly we're just together with our teacher, learning something, writing something, then doing something independently. Here in United States, most of the stuff, maybe not most of the stuff, like at least 20 minutes out of an hour, we're like on our independent mode, and the teacher just gives us directions and like to do stuff. Also, we don't really have, so here I have like once I walk in the classroom, I see the slide on the like projector, well, whatever, and I can read step by step what we're gonna do this hour. And that's not kind of thing we don't have in Ukraine, because usually teacher just tells you during the hour like what you're gonna do next. So probably like we're reading something and then she'll tell you, okay, now open to page like, I don't know, 127 and write this in your notebook. So we don't really have a plan of what we're doing next, which was like weird for me here that we do have a plan. It's like, that's kind of cool. I like it. I like to have plan out what we're doing, because then, you know, if I finish early, I can just start doing something else that's next in the list. And then you can't really do it when you don't have a plan. But still, it's okay. Yeah, but we still could have, like, in those 45 minutes, we did lots of stuff, and we had time to finish most of our work. Yeah. Grading system, another good topic I wanted to talk about. So we don't have like letter A through F for like our grades. So we don't have A, B, C, D, F, and then like B minus, A minus, I don't know, D plus, whatever. That's not what we have. So our grading system in most of the schools in Ukraine is 1 through 12. Well, technically 0 through 12. So you can get like 0 is the lowest grade you can get, and basically you usually, if you do something like real badly, like for example you're taking a test and like you got out of like 20 questions you got 1 question right or none of them, you would get a 2, which is not the lowest one, I get it, but you would only, I think you can get a 1 if like you do nothing right, but then you would only get a 0. As far as I know, you would only get a 0 if you haven't like turned stuff in. So if you haven't turned in your test, that is pretty much the only case you can get 0. But if you turned in stuff, you'd probably get like 2 or 1, which is super bad, but like, yeah. The highest is 12. Sometimes you can get like 12 plus, but you can't really get like 8 plus. That's not a thing. So, basically 9 through 12 is like super awesome. Maybe even 10 through 12. It's like super awesome. Good job. You did most or all of the stuff right. Like, good job. If you get 7 through 9, that's like, you did good. You did great. You could do better next time. Like, that's great. Then I think like 4 through 6 is like, you did pretty bad, not so good, like definitely do better next time. And then, well, 6 isn't that bad, but like 3 through 5 especially, it's like, whoa, like you gotta do better next time. Like we would accept that, but like, you gotta do better next time. And then 2 is like, you fail, everything's bad. Yeah. So basically, even if we can get like, I don't know, like 30 points is the most you can get out of a test, you wouldn't know how many points you got. You would only know your grade from 0 to 12. So yeah, maybe sometimes you know what questions you got wrong and right. So if you really want to know, you can just count. But like, if you have 6 questions and no matter what questions are, if some are easier, some are harder, they're just gonna be 12 divided by how many questions are there, and then yeah, count all that stuff. And if you get something like, depends. So if you get like a number between 2 grades, like for example, if you get grade between 8 and 9, it really depends on how you did on previous stuff. So it wouldn't count, like if you've been mostly getting like 11s and 12s, like, well, maybe not 12s, but like 11s and 10s and like 9s, probably you would get a 9 if you have somewhere between 9 and 10. And if you have if you mostly been getting like 6s and 7s, you probably would get like 7 or 8. Yeah, 8. I think I said between 8 and 9. Yeah, so you'd probably get an 8. So that's like really depends then on what you've been getting before. So yeah, that's kind of it. Thank you so much for listening to me, and see you next time. Bye bye. Have a nice day.